Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is Armageddon. It is the last pay-per-view of the year for Monday Night Raw. And what a pay-per-view it is to be going out on as well. A great night of action is on its way from the very top to the very bottom. There is no doubt about it. There is star-studded matches throughout this entire card, and I absolutely cannot wait to see what it has in store for us. And I'll be honest, you talk about the big matches on a card, you look at these three big matches and the reality is only one of them has a title on the line, but all of them are going to be exceptional matches, and you're seeing it right here. Look, Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns, the Money in the Bank briefcase on the line to kick things off here at Armageddon. That is a sensational way to start off this pay-per-view, and it only will get better in terms of the match quality, because coming up later this evening, a true battle between two of the very best in the world, CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. No titles on the line, no bad blood between the two, but just the idea of beating the other one in an outstanding match, and that is exactly what we are going to get here tonight. But what we're also going to get is a colossal main event where there is so much on the line. Who will lead Monday Night Raw heading into the new year? Will it be the ace of the universe, Hiroshi Tanahashi, or will it be the vigilante Sting? We'll find that out in the main event of this evening for that World Heavyweight Championship. I simply cannot wait for it. But before all that, we start things off with Randy Orton and Roman Reigns and how that big match came to be on this evening.
Roman Reigns picks up the win over Oh No.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh my god, Randy Orton! RKO to Mr. Money in the Bank. Roman Reigns goes down to the Viper.
And John Cena is beaten. Roman Reigns wins.
Victory could be short-lived. Through the crowd comes the Viper.
Roman Reigns, just a few nights removed from Survivor Series, already has his sights set on his next target. Mr. Money in the Bank versus Randy Orton at Armageddon. Will it be on? And he accepts it as well. Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton is go.
Roman Reigns must have attacked him right from behind.
And now he's spearing him into it. Spearing him into that TV. They will fight for the Money in the Bank briefcase this Sunday. Now, the question becomes not who will win between Randy Orton and Roman Reigns, but who will leave Armageddon, Mr. Money in the Bank. And so Armageddon now shall begin. Randy Orton making his way out first, challenging for the Money in the Bank briefcase against Roman Reigns. That was a last-minute addition added on this past episode of Raw by the general manager, Constable Dredge, and now we finally have it coming our way, and I cannot wait for it. I have to say, this is gonna be great. There's so much of a personal vendetta between both sides. We've seen it in the build-up to this. We've seen it just now. And we're going to see it right now in this match between these two guys. These guys loathe one another. There's absolutely no other way of saying it. They despise one another. They hate one another. There is a common hatred between these two guys. And I love seeing it, though, I have to say. And with that Money in the Bank briefcase on the line, it just makes this match even bigger and even more personal than what it already was. Randy Orton would love to be Mr. Money in the Bank. I know that would be the case for him. But I think first and foremost for Orton here tonight comes beating Roman Reigns and getting that briefcase. I think that is the paramount belief within Randy Orton, that he has to do that. He has to beat Roman Reigns first, because it was Orton who initiated this whole thing on the very first episode of this series of Universe, and it was him who engulfed it again at Survivor Series. Orton was the one who put his cards out on the table. He was the one who swung first. Is it going to pay off for him? Is it going to result in a victory over Roman Reigns? And more importantly for him as well, is it going to result in a Money in the Bank briefcase in his hand by the end of this contest? Certainly the crowd are on the side of the Viper, but will that be enough to will him on to victory here tonight? Because his opponent is a man who is craving that ever big victory, craving that win to make him a world champion. And it could be here tonight, with that briefcase on the line, that this win leads him towards that idea of becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. Roman Reigns heading towards the ring, feeling high and mighty. But is it the last time that he holds on to that Money in the Bank briefcase? Is it the last time that he has it in his grasp before Randy Orton will take it away from him with an RKO that will shock Monday Night Raw? We are about to find out. I truthfully believe that this match could go either way. There is no doubt in my mind that whoever wins this one has deserved the victory. But that being said, I simply don't know who is going to get said victory. It could go one way, it could go the other. There's no knowing which way it's going to go. You can make as many predictions as you want, but the reality is that we are only going to find out when this match ends. And one of these guys has their arm raised as the winner. Here we go. All the bad blood has been building up to this, and we are underway. Crowd instantly behind Randy Orton here. There's no doubt about that as we begin at Armageddon. Orton wanted to come flying out of the gates against Roman Reigns. This is a very personal match for him. There is so much on the line for Randy Orton, and he wants all of it. He wants all of that glory come the end of the evening. To the outside we go briefly here now between these two guys. Not as much surprise there that we're going outside this early on. Face first into that barricade. Goes Randy Orton. Not a nice landing at all, but this early on in the match he can recover pretty quickly. Orton wants to do things in the ring. I think he wants to try and lead this match. He wants to be the one to make Roman Reigns move around the ring. He wants to be the one to control where this match goes and how this match happens. And I think if Orton can do that, Roman Reigns is making a crucial error because he's letting it happen and he is just slipping away any chance of a victory. If you let Randy Orton do as he wants to do in this match, if you let Randy Orton control it the way that he wants to, you can kiss that Money in the Bank briefcase goodbye. No doubt about it. Clothesline over the top rope there, and look at this, Randy just taunting Roman Reigns in the ring there as he stood while Reigns recovered, but this isn't going to be good for Randy. Face first into the ring apron. The metal base that supports the ring just met Randy Orton's head, but so too did the ring pole meet the head of Roman Reigns as he went straight into that one. Orton starting to get fired up now in this one, and Reigns, I think, is the same, getting into the ring now. These two guys are trying to lock up with one another. They all went for the leaping clothesline, did Reigns. Gets caught. Great exploder from Randy Orton. Randy Orton now the man in control here. Sends Roman Reigns into the turnbuckle. Whoa, oh, no, nothing happening there. Superman clothesline by Reigns does connect. If they could turn around the pacing of this match, maybe give him some control. Randy Orton not interested. Fireman's carry there from Orton, and the Orton backbreaker connecting after it. Signature, vintage Orton, whatever you want to call it, that is right out of his playbook. The crowd does not seem too happy that Roman Reigns is having some measurements of control. Great knife edge chop by Orton, counter by Reigns though. Reigns, Superman punch! Superman punch! To hold on to the briefcase. Oh, wow. You can't even hold on to a 2 count in that moment. Instantly, Orton kicked out of that one. And he's fighting back right about now. Orton, Fez press. Down goes Reigns. And the Viper looking to control this contest right about now. Roman Reigns, though, in with that uppercut, able to stop him. Oh, great counter by Orton there. Spear could have been incoming. Could have, I know it wasn't, but it could have been incoming, that's the point. Let's see what is going to be in the mind of Randy Orton now. Look at this, the Orton stomp over the legs of Roman Reigns there. Vicious, hard-hitting stomps down onto Roman. But Orton feeling the fatigue of this one right now, feeling the effect of this matchup there, slow to get back up to his feet. These guys have been hitting hard from the opening bell, just goes to show the hatred that they do indeed have for one another. And the fact that they will do anything to get their hands on that briefcase right now. We knew it was going to be personal, we knew it was going to be hard-hitting, there was no doubt about that, but these guys have been hitting. They've hit some big moves, but we haven't seen the spear or the RKO strike yet. When could that hit in this matchup? And if it does hit, will it be enough to put either of these guys away, given how much they hate one another right about now? Kick in the gut there by Reigns. And I think my question might just be answered. Roman Reigns, spear! Spear to Orton, but oh, that was great positioning and maneuvering from Orton. Moved it just so that his hand was underneath that bottom rope. Oh, Superman clothesline missed. Missed with that one. RKO! Is that enough? Is that enough? No! Reigns kicks at it too. I was still talking about how great Orton's counter was to the cover attempt on that spear. And then, of course, the RKO strikes out of nowhere, as it always does, but it was not enough to put things away here. This one's still continuing on. This one all to play for between these two guys. Great counter from Orton. And a drop kick, able to control Roman Reigns in position there and do as he pleases, essentially. Lead the match the way that he wants to. Big elbow, shoulder tackle, and Roman Reigns able to power Randy Orton back down to the mat. That is the advantage that Roman has in this, is the power over Orton. Good counter from Reigns there, quick to do so as well. Good counter from Orton as well. Look at these two guys now. Counter after counter for one another. Reigns trying to slam Orton. Orton putting his weight down in the mat and able to stop him. Orton's press, and I think there's a cut forming on the face of Roman Reigns right about now. Indeed there is. Orton going to be pleased with that as he takes a trip to the second rope here. Double axe handle gets countered with a hard strike in the gut. And Reigns may have something big planned. Nope. Not if... Oh, look at that. Just... Oh, spear! A second spear connects. And as Roman Reigns just done enough to secure that Money in the Bank briefcase. Not if Randy Orton has anything to say about it. An almightily late kick at it too, but a kick out nonetheless. Randy Orton still in this one. Powerbomb from Reigns though, immediately after it. But it's Reigns who's in control now. And it's Orton who's on the back foot. And oh, with a rake into that cut, I think, from Orton. Playing dirty in order to get that briefcase. Rope hung DDT from Orton. And now he's just one move away. Surely he is only one move away from a briefcase that gives him a shot at the world title. Is it finally time for Randy Orton to shut up Roman Reigns once and for all? In the turnbuckle we go now. Randy Orton thinking big, thinking high risk, high reward as well to come with it. Orton in position. Superplex maybe, indeed it looks like it. Orton, superplex to Reigns. Slow up to his feet, cannot capitalize, his body in agony. But Orton thinking it's enough to put away Roman Reigns here, and it isn't. A kick at it too, says otherwise. And an elbow right to the face of Randy Orton, says it ain't over either. Another big Superman clothesline from Roman Reigns. He goes to the turnbuckle. Is he thinking spear number 3 already? If he was, Orton has stopped him in his tracks. Reigns stopping Orton. Look at the blood on the face of Randy Orton right now. Look at how it's dripping down his body as well. That is a lot of blood to be losing in this one. Reigns' face also becoming a crimson mask right about now. These guys sacrificing an awful lot to be Mr. Money in the Bank, but it's how much they hate each other as well that is making that difference. Randy Orton in the corner now, calling Reigns up to his feet as if he's going to hit the spear. Collision, and I think Orton was prepping for that RKO. Reigns just too quick. Orton evades. And another rope hung DDT on its way. He gets him with it. And Randy Orton calling Roman Reigns to his feet. RKO! Cover! 1, 2, no! Roman Reigns kicks at it too. And a flustered Randy Orton must now be questioning what else can he hit for victory. And at this point, I honestly don't know. Reigns, gut-wrench suplex. Superman punch. Where does this come from? 2 RKOs later, 2 spears later, both guys are still in it, but third time, will it be the charm? Spear by Reigns! A third spear in what has become a blood feud between these two. But is it a third spear that marks the briefcase remaining around the waist of Randy Orton? It is. Roman Reigns is your winner. And he has conquered Randy Orton and remains Mr. Money in the Bank. It took a lot of fight, a lot of heart, and a lot of blood to be lost. But at the end of the day, Roman Reigns remains Mr. Money in the Bank. In his toughest fight yet, Reigns is victorious. Randy Orton wanted that briefcase from the moment the match begun, but he never had enough to stop Roman Reigns. And now Reigns can plan out when his time is to cash in that briefcase. And we can only guess as to when it is. What a way to start things off at Armageddon though. And it's time to move on to our next contest. The first title match of the evening for the World Tag Team titles. AOP and American Alpha. And so here we go between these two. Very entertaining teams. Very different teams. But two teams looking to hold those World Tag Team titles heading into the new year. It's been a new look for AOP since arriving to Monday Night Raw. The addition of Drake Maverick as the manager of this duo has made one hell of a difference, if you ask me. The way in which they act now in this ring, the way in which they can control themselves, I think it's something they didn't have under Paul Ellering. It's something different. And it's something that really just kind of puts them a step above the rest, in all honesty. Nevertheless, we are ready for this contest. AOP were pretty much named the number one. They were named the number one contenders by default. On the final Raw before Armageddon, Mr. Dredge, the Raw General Manager, declared it himself that it would be the Authors of Pain against American Alpha for the tag team titles. They've had no physical altercations with each other, though. Has to be said. But there has been plenty of talk about this match happening. And now here tonight at Armageddon, it does indeed happen. Is this going to be the night, though, that the Authors of Pain walk to another set of tag team titles? They already have a ECW tag team title reign under their belts. Will they add the World Tag Team titles to that as well? We are about to find out, because these two guys they're taking on fought long and hard to get those World Tag Team titles around their waist, and now they finally have that chance to hold on to them. Chad Gable, Jason Jordan, former NXT Tag Team champions as well, where they held those belts for, must have been about 7 months maybe, something along those lines. A truly incredible reign. Yeah, about 7 months it was before losing them, making their way up to the big stages. Since then it's been hard work, but it paid off with great success on the first edition of Monday Night Raw in this universe when they captured those World Tag Team titles, defeating the Revival. And now they set in for this tag team title defense against the Authors of Pain. It is one hell of a tough title defense, that has to be said. It is something that you are basically taking on the toughest team on Monday Night Raw right about now. Of course, American Alpha will be looking for a different outcome to what happened last time they were on pay-per-view at Survivor Series, when they lost the Triple Threat Tag Team match to Downfall, also involving the WWE Tag Team Champions, the Gorillas of Destiny. Nevertheless, it was, of course, Downfall who won on that evening for ECW. And with a heavy-hitting team like that winning in a match that American Alpha was in, could that pave the way for the same to happen here tonight for the Authors of Pain? It may well be the case. We can only estimate, that's for certain. What we do know right now is that American Alpha are as ready as they always are, always gunning for a fight, always wanting to show why they are the World Tag Team Champions. That heart is something that is lacking in pretty much every... Well, maybe... I mean, no, Downfall don't have a heart. But that desire to fight, to put on a great match is something that no other Tag Team Champions have in this universe. Downfall don't have it. Sanity don't have it in NXT, and you can be damn well sure the Gorillas of Destiny absolutely don't have it on SmackDown Live. Can American Alpha hold on to the belts here tonight, though? I do wonder. I would like to see them hold on to those belts. I have to say it. There is a part of me that does want to see American Alpha still your World Tag Team Champions come the end of this evening. And I think it's just because we just know how great of a team they are. We just know that they are a top-class team. And we want to see them picking up those wins. We want to see them holding on to that title, but they are up against a very tough competition. There is no doubt about that one in the Authors of Pain. It's Akam starting the match against Chad Gable here. Tag made. Razor going to come in now, and what in the world are the Authors of Pain thinking with their power advantage in this match? Double power bomb onto Gable. One was folded inside out from the impact of it. That was hellacious for Gable to endure. Forearm into the back there. Quick strikes, but a good counter there from Chad Gable, has to be said. Kicks him right in the leg. And going after the arm of Razor. Now, this is smart from Gable here. Take away that arm. Take away the power game. However, you're going to need to do an awful lot of that in order to walk out with a victory in this one. Truth be told, it's a lot more easier said than done. There's no doubt about that, as the tag is made now into the more powerful of the two members of American Alpha and Jason Jordan. So, Jordan can do here. Not much of anything, it seems. Thrown into the turnbuckle, and the tag is made once again. Drake Maverick kind of willing his men on in the apron, yelling the instructions at them as they clobber away into the ribs there of Jason Jordan over and over again. No remorse. And it is Akam now back in this one, I believe. Yes, it certainly is. Jason Jordan, though, not giving in. Great clothesline. And now yanking at the arm of Akam as well, trying to take that power away from underneath them. That, it seems, has been American Alpha's game plan heading into this match, to take away the arms of the Authors of Pain, restrict their power game, and take control from there. You're going to have to endure a lot of punishment, though, in order to make it work. There's no doubt about that one in my mind. Big STO. And down goes Jason Jordan once again here. And the turnbuckle he goes again. The Authors of Pain, look at the tags they're making. Look at how frequent they are. One after the other after the other. They're not letting the other one tire out. They're not letting the other one stay in there for too long. They're staying at the top of their fitness. And as a result of that, they are constantly able to inflict punishment onto their opponent. And that is something that is resulting in this domination that we're almost seeing right now in this ring. These strikes from Razor right now. Little opportunity was opened up. Shoulder tackle from Jason Jordan. Honestly, if I was Jordan, I would have made the tag in there to Gable. Look at the strength of Jordan, though. Using the ropes for that sit-out bomb. And now taking out the legs. Maybe trying to keep the Authors of Pain grounded here. Stomp right in the face by Gable now. Fresh in this one. American Alpha on the back foot a little bit here, but still plenty to fight for still. A lot to try and hope for. Definitely not out of this matchup yet, has to be said. Oof. Just thrown across the ring, though, with that throwaway suplex there. No care from Razor. STO, and down goes Chad Gable once again. Punishment from the Authors of Pain has been outstanding in this one. this. Just the way he manhandles Gable for that back suplex. Tag made now. Akam in. Gable crawling and is able to make the tag into Jason Jordan. Can Jordan mercifully try and turn things around for American Alpha in this one? Look at the strength of him there. Throwing Akam right up into the air. That is outstanding. In the turnbuckle we go now. Oh, what a headbutt from Akam. Just stopping him in his tracks. Back elbow countered. Another belly-to-belly attempt. Stuffed. Jason Jordan reeling, and oh, a big boot will floor him right back down. Gable recovering on the outside and taking an almighty long time in the process as well. There's no doubt about it. He's feeling the impact of this matchup, as is Jason Jordan in the ring. Cover full underneath that rope. Uh-oh. Russian leg sweep from Akam there. And that is usually the forerunner into the last chapter. Kind of from Jordan trying to fight in there until the very last breath, but he was stopped in his tracks. Tag made it to Razor. The last chapter connects. Razor goes into the cover. Gable goes over the top rope, and the tag team titles are handed over to the Authors of Pain. And there they are, your new World Tag Team Champions, Akam and Razor. The Authors of Pain have done it. You hoped for an American Alpha comeback that was just never happening. From minute one until the end of this match, American Alpha were dominated. There's no other word for it. This was the Authors of Pain's evening, and as a result of it, those tag team titles now belong to AOP. An immediate impact made on Monday Night Raw, and gold around their waist this early. The tag team division is in for a troubling time. With the Authors of Pain now on top of that division, it's going to be a long time. I could see it being the case until they are knocked off from the top. Nevertheless, time to move on to our next contest here, and another big blood feud happening here at Armageddon. A rematch for the Raw Women's Championship between Rosemary and Asuka. These two women last met at No Way Out, with Asuka ending the 9-month reign of Rosemary on that evening to walk out with the Raw Women's title. Rosemary then the next night lost to Ronda Rousey, and the Hive Mind took time to recover and retaliate. And they came back with an almighty bang following Survivor Series. And now, at the very event a year ago where she won the belt, Rosemary looks to hold on to it once more. Can she topple Asuka, who now sits at the top of the Raw Women's division, and after what happened at Survivor Series, could well be regarded as the best women's wrestler in the universe right now. She heads towards that ring, and she seems as confident as she did when she walked in at No Way Out, when she walked into Survivor Series. This may be a very prevalent rival for Rosemary and Asuka. This may be this is a huge rivalry for the women's division. These two women despise one another, but the reality is that it is polar opposites colliding in this ring, and no matter the hatred, they will not dip in their confidence for 1 second. They will not let the other think there's an advantage to be collected. They hold on to it, and if I'm honest, it'd be tough to say there is an advantage for either side. The last time we saw these two women was on Raw, when a kendo stick ended up in the gut of Asuka, courtesy of Rosemary. Asuka, of course, is going to get up after something like that. She most certainly did, and she's ready to fight right now to remain the Raw Women's Champion. Will she be able to pull it off, though? I think this is definitely a match that could go either way, much the same as the opening match of the evening. There's plenty that these two women have on offer, and there's plenty that these two women could utilize that could either bring their victory or their defeat. If Rosemary loses here tonight, it would be the first time since this time last year that Rosemary did not have something to do with the title of the Raw Women's Division. That is a long time. 12 months at the figurehead of a division. It doesn't matter what division it is. That's something that is outstanding. That, in essence, makes Rosemary the most successful woman in this universe. She has the longest title reign for a woman in this universe at however long it is, over 9 months, close to 10 months, I believe it was. So you're looking easily there at near 300 days, which goes down as one of the longest singles reigns in this universe as well. If she loses here tonight, I think that all ends. Here we go. The hatred between these two women re-engulfed one more time in the battle for the Raw Women's title. This can go either way, but which one will leave? Will it be the Hive Queen and Rosemary, or will it be the Empress and Asuka? It is time to find out right about now. Duck under there from Asuka. Barely scratched her with that kick, but you know these two women have to take it cautiously with one another. They know that one little mistake and the other one's in. Rosemary saw that at No Way Out, and Asuka knows. She has seen Rosemary in action for the year that she has been a commanding factor within this division. This now by Asuka, taking the leg underneath there from Rosemary and kicking away into the chest over and over again. Smart idea there. Irish whip into the turnbuckle, misses with it though. Rosemary able to evade in time. And off the ropes. Oh! Big back elbow. Struck hard into the face of Asuka, and Rosemary now in control. Good cover here, first one of the match. Will this be enough? Absolutely not, but you know, it's nice to have hope. Good counter there from Asuka. Oh, look at that. Asuka rolling through, trying to roll up Rosemary here, thinking she might have it retained. Imagine if it had ended like that. The vitriol that would have been within Asuka would have been something, within Rosemary would have been something else. These two women, though, are just swinging at one another. You can tell they don't like each other. You can tell there is no love lost between these two sides from the way they're going after each other in this match. And I love it. I really do. I enjoy a hard-hitting match. It doesn't matter where. I enjoy seeing people hurting one another. Might sound weird, but just goes to show how much two people can hate each other in a ring. Elbow drop attempt by Asuka there, counter by Rosemary. And another Hurricanrana has the Raw Women's Champion down. Rosemary certainly taking things a little bit more conservatively than we saw throughout her title reign. It's like she knows she's on the back foot right now. That is a completely different side to see within Rosemary, it has to be said. Back in the ring we go now. Only briefly we were outside of it, in all honesty. Spinning kick in the gut attempt by Asuka gets countered. These two women just swinging at one another and not much happening. Big German suplex. Great bridge by Rosemary. Keeping the shoulders pinned down. And it almost had the Raw Women's title going back to that hive mind. I think Rosemary's plan is simple right there. Take away the Asuka lock. Working on that arm right now. Stopping Asuka from being able to make her tap out just how she did at No Way Out. Rosemary fighting back, Asuka fighting back there. Rosemary able to do the same though. Big forearm spear there by Rosemary. She goes into the cover, middle of the ring. Is this enough to have the title back around her waist? It's not even enough for a 2 count. The heart in Asuka there. Outstanding. But it's really going to get tested. It is really going to get tested right about now. Rosemary might be thinking Red Wedding. Great counter for Asuka. He retaliates with a Michinoku driver into the cover, and Rosemary kicks out as soon as she could. They've been swinging from the opening bell, but you can tell that they still have so much more left to give in this one. We're going outside here once again on this evening, and once again in a feud that could be regarded as a blood feud. Rosemary now sent into that barricade and off her feet from the impact as well, clutching her back as Asuka sends her back into the ring. Right now, I still have no idea who could win this one, in all honesty. This is still far too open-ended to choose a winner. Asuka, spinning kick in the gut. Body attack. Rosemary evades it. Asuka taken off guard by it. Olympic slam from Rosemary that follows. And it all could be falling apart for Asuka right about now. Working over the arm again. Rosemary lifting her up right away. Falcon Arrow maybe. Indeed it is. Asuka's on the back foot right now. Move after move after move with no response from the Empress. Cover by Rosemary. Only a 1 count. Asuka still in this one. But oh no. Oh no, it could all end. It could all end in about 10 seconds. Rosemary! The Red Wedding connects! 1! Oh my god! A 1 count! A 1 count on Asuka! She ducks it! Look at this from Asuka now! Kicking away at Rosemary! Strike after strike there, and now she's in position. Could Asuka go for it? Kick in the gut. Look at this. Spinning kick right in the face. But that isn't enough in her mind. That is not enough to seal the deal. 1 more move to go. And it is the Asuka lock. Middle of the ring. Asuka lock applied. Rosemary. Can she fight out of it? She cannot. Asuka wins. Asuka does it again. From her back up against the wall. Asuka was the one to take the title away from her at No Way Out. And now a year to the event where Rosemary captured the title. Asuka sends her away from the top of this division. Still the Raw Women's Champion, the Empress Asuka. What a contest that was. Thrilling from opening bell. They threw everything they had at one another in order to hold on to that belt, in order to be the champion. But it's Asuka who reigns supreme, and once again it proved true. Nobody is ready for Asuka, and now she can firmly take her seat atop the Raw Women's division. Will there be anyone who can stop her? We'll find out as time goes on. Rosemary, though, certainly wasn't the one to do it. Certainly there's been plenty to talk about in this evening of Armageddon already, but the night does indeed continue on for this brand, and it continues on with another one of these grudge matches on its way for you. Shelton Benjamin one-on-one against Cesaro, and a lot of difference a few weeks can make for these two guys. I mean, Cesaro was at Survivor Series representing Raw against the British Empire. Shelton Benjamin, of course, had been voted out of an opportunity to face, or for an opportunity to compete for the world title. And it was that aggression from Benjamin, it was that idea for Benjamin of not getting voted in. It's what turned him. It's what led him to doing what we saw a few weeks back on Monday Night Raw, where he grabbed that steel chair and just smashed it into the head of Cesaro more than once to really assert his point, and then Benjamin going as far as blaming the people for not voting him in, for why Shelton Benjamin has become the person that he is now. He wanted to take his aggression out on Cesaro, and he gets to do that right here tonight at Armageddon. Already been a pretty interesting night. And now we wait to see what happens with this one. I mean, think about it. A title is not on the line. What is on the line is a grand opportunity for one guy to shut the other one up. In Cesaro's case, it's his opportunity to show to Shelton Benjamin that this aggression is not going to get him anyway. He's at the wrong mindset, or better than that, he's messed with the wrong guy in Cesaro. Whereas Shelton Benjamin, if he picks up a win, he shows to everyone that he doesn't need the people. The gold standard goes things his own way, and he does not have to worry about what anyone else thinks about him aside from himself. That is, if he can pick up the win here tonight over Cesaro. I think either guy stands a pretty good chance of winning this, especially when you take into account how much of a personal this match has gone. And we've already seen two pretty personal matches this evening and how hard fought they were between Reigns and Orton, and of course just now with Rosemary and Asuka. Big uppercut there again from Cesaro. He's coming out of the gates. Some pretty heavy hits. And I do have to wonder just what the winner might get from this Royal Rumble, of course, just around the corner. Could that be what awaits the winner, a guaranteed spot in the Royal Rumble, or is this match for these two guys just about getting a win over the other, shutting the other one up? That could certainly be the case, and it wouldn't surprise me if it were either. But of course, in order to have that outcome, they're going to have to beat each other. In order to get an outcome where they get something from this match, one's going to have to beat the other here. And it's easier said than done every single time. Good work by Cesaro there with that dragon screw. Discus clothesline maybe. Looked like he went for a forearm, but then it looked like he unfolded the arm, and then, oh, well, that was just a blatant big boot to the face there, hitting some pretty decent strikes. These two guys, two phenomenal grappling wrestlers. The collar elbow, you know, they are amazing in that regard. Shelton Benjamin, of course, an amateur wrestler. Cesaro, one of the most skillful athletes out there. And that monkey flip there by Benjamin, forcing Cesaro out of the ring temporarily. The fight will go to the outside now. Not the first time we've seen that this evening. Snap suplex on the outside, on that thin padding. Cesaro going to feel the pain and the impact of it, no doubt. He's responding back right away. Good counter, though. Counter back from Cesaro. Big kick into the gut of Benjamin. And into the barricade. No. Oh, and then into the ring apron for Benjamin. Nasty impact for him more than once. Count continuing on, but they're back in the ring. A bit of work by Cesaro there, though, able to really have control in this matchup. Lovely T-bone suplex as well. I thought Benjamin's arm was under the ropes. Referee says no, but it's only a 1 count anyway. And again, someone rolling under that bottom rope. This time Benjamin going as far as the hanging onto the apron here, trying to get some breathing room. Suplex attempt. Great counter from Shelton Benjamin. Certainly is showing a different side to him, just how he's shutting down Cesaro's offense here. Really making the difference in this match right now. Hefty kick in the back there by Shelton Benjamin as well. You could hear the thud of it. As he has control right now over the former ECW champion. Cesaro, though, not going to stay down for too much longer from behind. Might have been looking for a German suplex. Benjamin with a good counter. Benjamin from behind now. Cesaro with a counter again. And again, though, Benjamin able to counter him. 2 elbows. Gets him out of that hold. And a great idea there. Shin breaker by Benjamin. Cesaro is struggling to keep Benjamin in control right now. It has to be said. Super kick attempt. Cesaro counters it. Straight jacket. German. Cover follows after it. Is this going to put away Benjamin? No, not even a 2 count on that. Cesaro certainly trying, and Cesaro gonna look for the submission victory here. Gonna look to embarrass Benjamin via tap out. Sharpshooter applied. Sharpshooter applied. Benjamin nowhere near the ropes. Referee in a great position to see if Benjamin taps, but oh no, the gold standard able to roll his way out of it and escape the sharpshooter there. Left-edge chop by Shelton right back into this one. He may be. Cesaro letting him know that is absolutely not the case. And the Swiss Superman replies with a suplex of his own. Cesaro turning things around in this matchup now, and up to the top rope he goes. Is this where things start to come undone for Shelton Benjamin? Is this where Cesaro gets revenge for the steel chair to the head a few weeks back? Crossbody from Cesaro. Will that put away the gold standard? No. Another thrilling contest in front of us right now, though. Cesaro slowing down the pace a little bit, perhaps thinking through his game plan for how to end this, how to walk out with the victory. Cesaro lets go of the hold there. Might have been a smart idea. One of the, Benjamin can't get free of it that way, but Benjamin can counter him there. Leaping neck breaker as well. Cesaro grabbing onto his neck briefly. Shelton Benjamin got him! Super kick! Blasted him with it. And is this enough for Benjamin to claim victory over Cesaro? Into the cover. And only a 1 count. Benjamin can hardly believe it. Cesaro still hanging on in this one, but might be not for much longer. Benjamin in position, looking for pay dirt. Cesaro tells him to stop it. But still, the counters coming thick and fast. Up on the shoulder, and then down under that top rope into Cesaro's throat as well. Anything to take advantage. That is the MO of Shelton Benjamin that we're seeing right now. Does he have it in him, though, to put Cesaro out to pasture? Roll up from Cesaro. Small package. Will this beat Benjamin? No, just barely getting that shoulder up. Nice forearm from Cesaro. And here we go. The master of the uppercut. Gonna strike again this time. Coming in from the ropes. Big leg drop that followed as well. What else does Cesaro have in store? Nothing. Benjamin able to counter him. Send him into the turnbuckle. Forearm into that back more than once as well. Take out of the back of Cesaro. He struggles to lift his opponent up. Flurry of strikes from Benjamin now. Look at this from the gold standard. The aggression within him really showing at its finest form as the throat of Cesaro goes into that top rope again. Benjamin slow there with his movements. I think he's feeling the fatigue of this contest as well. Cover on Cesaro, trying to put him away and still can't get more than a 1 count. If you're Shelton Benjamin now, you've got to be thinking, what the hell do you have to do to keep Cesaro down? Without the use of that steel chair as well. Pinfall, disqualifications and countouts, of course, are prevalent in this matchup. Benjamin has to win by his own able body. Northern Light suplex doesn't go for the cover, surprisingly enough. Cesaro, though, able to counter Benjamin again. Big knife edge chop. Look at the way these two guys are just able to counter each other. How well they seem to know each other. Definitely been reading each other's, studying the tape and knowing how each other work heading into this match. No doubt about it in my eyes as I watch on. Benjamin. Oh, what a backbreaker. He's been honing in on that back during this match. And that could be his opening for victory. Super kick. Super kick by Benjamin. Rocked Cesaro. And now is the gold standard just one move away from victory. Definitely went out on his feet to that super kick. Benjamin taking a step back. What the hell? Is he going to look for a big run up here for this pay dirt? Benjamin in. Pay dirt. Cover Cesaro. 1, 2. Shelton Benjamin with a huge win at Armageddon. A colossal win for him. Shelton Benjamin has proven everyone right. In his mind, he didn't need the people. He could do it by himself. And in Shelton Benjamin's mindset right now, he has proven that to be correct. Your winner is the gold standard. Benjamin beats Cesaro. And that is a big talking point to take out of this event. Cesaro was flinging everything he had at Benjamin, but that work on the back, that is what makes the gold standard the man that he is, and that is what gave him the victory as well. Where does Benjamin go from here now, I wonder? Maybe it's the Royal Rumble, or maybe it's going to be a shot against whoever heads out of Armageddon with the United States Championship, because we're about to find out who that's going to be. Coming up next, Bobby Roode battles champion Hirooki Goto for the US title. And here we go then. That title on the line. Who will walk out of Armageddon as the United States champion? Bobby Roode became the #1 contender, beating the man who absolutely didn't deserve a #1 contender match in Jinder Mahal. Nevertheless, he is here tonight, and he has been showing his worth on these last few weeks on Monday Night Raw as well. Roode said on the past episode of Raw that he was ready for this match. He was in a completely new frame of physique and had been preparing for this match in a completely different way than he ever had been before. And it was because of that Bobby Roode believed there was no doubt in his mind that he would walk out with the victory. He wishes Goto the best of luck. He believes that Goto is a great champion, but he does not believe that Hirooki Goto will leave Armageddon with that US title. It is that confidence of Bobby Roode that has led him to success in the past, that has led him to a former WWE title in this universe. However, can it lead him to a United States Championship? Roode is one of only two people in this universe, I believe, to have held every secondary title you can. Roode was a former United States champion, former Intercontinental champion, and at the start of this year was the ECW television champion. I believe it's only him and Dean Ambrose are the two who have accomplished that within this universe. Can Roode, for the first time in some 5 years, hold the United States Championship once again, this time over a much tougher opponent in Hirooki Goto. A lot of times have changed for Bobby Roode. A lot of times have changed in this universe as well. One thing is for certain, Bobby Roode is ready to compete once again. Is the Glorious One ready for victory, though? I do wonder. And more importantly, is he ready to dethrone a worthy and successful champion like Hirooki Goto? Think of all Goto had to overcome to get this title around his waist in the first place. Can he achieve that again here tonight to hold on to it? It was, what, a 3-month, thereabouts, a 3-month quest to become the US champ. And Goto, just over, thereabouts, just over, I think, a month after winning it, can he hold on to it again? Can he hold on to this in his first title defense after knocking off Lars Sullivan at Survivor Series? I said on Raw that I believe Goto will win, and I still stand by it. I think Roode is a tremendous competitor. I think Roode is a worthy United States champion as well. But I don't see him beating Goto. I just don't see it. I think Goto is too... He's on another level right now. Roode can say about this whole mentality, this new physique that he's got going through him, this new mentality heading into Armageddon. But the reality is that Goto is just always at his peak. He's always at the very best that he can be. And if Lars Sullivan couldn't stop that, there's little in my mind to think Bobby Roode, a guy who up until a few weeks ago was struggling on Monday Night Raw, is going to get that as well. I think Goto has waited far too long to be the US champ, and as a result of it, I don't think he's going to be letting it go in this match. I don't think he's going to be treating this as just another match. He's going to be treating this as a big contest. Goto isn't the kind of guy to treat this as just another match either. He's the kind of guy to treat this as a big match scenario, as something that he has to win. And we'll see if he can do just that right now. US title on the line. This time last year it was Tyler Breeze and Cody Rhodes fighting for the US title. Rhodes retaining the belt on that evening. And now it's between two guys who one was on ECW and one wasn't even in this universe come last year. Great 2018 for Hirooki Goto, absolutely no doubt about it. Same could be said for Roode maybe if he walks out with the US title here. Started the year as the television champion, could end the year as the US champion should he win. Hirooki Goto ready for this one though. Look at that composed face of Goto's, that ready face. Absolutely prepared to walk out of this one with the victory. No two ways about it, no ifs, ands or buts. He wants to leave with that US title. My prediction is Goto. I will say that. I think Goto's going to take this one. I stand by it. If Roode, however, picks up the win, congrats to him as well. He's earned it. We'll see if that'll be the case, though. Title up for grabs. Third title match of the evening. My apologies. 1 for 1 in terms of titles changed hands and titles that have retained. Let's see if that'll become... Well, it will become 2 for 1, but which way? We're about to find out as this one gets underway, and they are trading knife-edge chops from the get-go. Very similar guys. Look at the physique, the height. Both guys sharing a lot of similarities with each other. Roode maybe just a little bit taller. Outside of that, both guys probably both around that 240 range, if I had to guess, looking at them. Both guys as well they like to be up close and personal with each other. Goto, of course, a bit more of a... He comes from that Japanese strong style kind of background. Bobby Roode, much more of a technical wrestler, likes to work over his opponent, likes to work over a specific body part as well. Oh my... Goto! What? GTR! GTR seconds into the match to try and retain the title. Roode kicks out at 2. Where did that come from for Goto? Hirooki Goto, his game plan might have been just completely catch Bobby Roode off guard. And now the glorious one is very much so on the back end of things now. Big neck breaker by Roode there. If I was Roode, I'd probably want to try and slow this match down. Probably put in a chin lock or a submission or something and try and keep Goto in place temporarily. Crossface. Crossface going to be applied by Bobby Roode. A move that has won him a number of matches in the past, but cannot win him the US title here. Goto still in control. Big Bulldog. As the arm of Bobby Roode. Great roll through and drop toe hold as well. The speed of Roode there to pull that off. And now Roode really starting to make this into much more of a back and forth kind of matchup now. Pendulum swinging. And Roode looking to take control as a result of it. And try and guide him towards a US title. Spinebuster from Roode. And is this the move that guides him to that very crown? No. And both guys have been swinging in this one. There's no doubt about it. Putting it all on the line. It's only been going on for a few minutes as well. Kind of it. Bit of a standoff between the two. Big forearm in the face from Goto again. But Roode able to think on his feet there and move out of the way of that one. Roll up now. It was a roll up that gave Roode the #1 contendership. And with a 2 count, it won't be giving him the US title. Russian leg sweep there. Now Goto is... I think the peak of the match for Goto did come from that GTR very early on. But since then, Roode's been wrestling it much more how he'd want a match to go. That slow pacing, wearing down your opponent, stopping them from getting out of control with their maneuvers. And I think that is what has proven very successful for Roode in this one, but not as successful for Goto. Goto's fallen prey to it, I think is the best way of putting it. Heavy punches in the ribs there from Hirooki Goto. You know if Goto gets a chance for another GTR and he hits it, this one will be over. And Goto will be walking out of Armageddon, the United States champion still. Roode now, neck breaker. Using the ropes to his advantage, setting up that head and neck, tweaking it any way he can for the glorious DDT. And if Roode hits that, will there be a new United States champion to talk about? Nice shot there while he's up on that top rope. Definitely going to be looking to hit big here is Bobby Roode. Are we going to see another superplex on this evening? Yes, we will! Roode feeling the impact of it as well, however. But Roode... is this enough? Kick in the gut. Glorious DDT for victory for the title. No. It's a kick out at 2. And it is not enough for the title. Goto fighting back here. Shoulder tackle and Roode goes down. Goto could be in. Roode though, that is smart from the glorious one. Hug the turnbuckle. No way. Oh, but that may have only been a temporary measure. Goto in. GTR again. No. Roode counted him. Roll up by Roode. Roll up by Roode. Is this enough for the title? No, look at that. Goto countering back. Rolling up Roode as well. And Roode able to kick out early. Goto now taking control of this match once again. Nope. Able to stop Roode in his tracks when he looked to hit big. Look at this stare down between the two now. Go as if to say, we can go one more time. These guys have still got something left within them. Something that cannot be described, can't be put into words. It's a never say die attitude that separates these guys from the rest. Roode though up high. Oh, neck breaker from the top rope. Blockbuster. All the way up there on Goto. Shot there on Goto. And I think Roode's saying, hit me with your best shot. And Goto absolutely did there. Oh, and he did once more. Big discus forearm from Goto. Might have been looking for something big there. Might have been thinking GTR. Gets countered by Roode. These guys, they know each other really well. I know I've said that a few times tonight, though, but they really do. These guys are not letting the other one walk out with victory. Great counter by Roode there. Small package on Goto. Small package on Goto. Is this enough? Oh my, it is! It is! Third time's the charm! And we have a new United States champion! And it's Bobby Roode! The same way he became #1 contender is the way he becomes the United States champion. That was outstanding. He tricked him. He hung in there. And Roode pulls off a giant upset as a result of it. He is your new United States champion. And what a win it is as well for Roode. Goto with a surprise, shocked look on the outside, tells the story for everyone. A match that he wasn't expected to win, he did. Bobby Roode, the new United States champion. Congratulations to Roode, no doubt about it. But we have to move on here at Armageddon to an absolutely incredible contest coming up next. It's a contest that I absolutely do not and cannot afford to miss. It's a contest that I have wanted to see from the very moment it was declared to be occurring at Armageddon, and it is a battle between two of the very best in the world. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. Two of the greatest talents we've ever seen in this universe meeting one-on-one. I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait for this one. So much to play for. It's just at the end of the day, there may be no hard feelings, but what we are going to get is an outstanding match between two outstanding athletes. And it is up next. And so here we go. Titles aren't on the line. The #1 contendership isn't on the line. What is on the line is just knowing that you are better than your opponent. And that is something that can just make a match like this oh so entertaining to witness. Honestly, if you put a title on the line in this one, I don't think it would have made this match any bigger. Because at the end of the day, what we are getting out of this and what we all are excited for is CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. That's all that we care for. And it is exactly what we are getting right now. Punk made his return to this universe a few weeks ago. I think it was the night after Survivor Series. And shortly after it declared that he was back to make a huge name and a huge statement here on Raw. And he wanted to fight the very best that this brand had to offer. And sure enough, the very best did indeed make his way through that curtain. Daniel Bryan accepted the challenge. And from then on, these two guys have been preparing for it. Over these last 2 or so weeks, they've been preparing for this meeting here tonight. Because they know how much this match means to them, to Monday Night Raw, and to everyone watching it. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan are a class above the rest. CM Punk, a 5-time world champion in this universe. No one else has achieved that. No one else has 5 world titles to their name. Some have 4. Quite a few have 3. None have 5. That is something that sets CM Punk apart from the rest. But what his opponent has that sets him apart from the rest as well on Monday Night Raw is loyalty. Something that cannot be put into a bracket, something that cannot be put into a word. Daniel Bryan, from the very first day of this universe, has been on Monday Night Raw and has never moved brands, has never dropped his allegiance to the brand either. He has always fought and he has always stood by Monday Night Raw. And he has been rewarded for it handsomely. 2 United States title reigns, 2 world title reigns, 3 world tag team title reigns. Daniel Bryan has achieved an awful lot on one brand. There's no denying it. But Bryan and Punk, here, right now, is something that we've never seen. On a big stage like this, it is something that you just, as a fan, you just want to watch. And that's all you want to do, is watch. If I could, I would just watch this match right now. I would let these two world-class athletes battle. And I would just sit here and just watch. But sadly, that is not my job. What is my job, though, is to just, wow. Kind of my job is to just watch these two incredible athletes squaring off with one another. But still, there's another element to that. And we are underway here between these two. And Punk trying to get under the skin of Bryan there. Cheap shot in the turn, up against the ropes. Bryan now has Punk up against the ropes. And as a result of it, yep, Bryan returns with one of his own. Cheap shot there to Punk. Square between the two guys. Both guys as if to say, I'll do it. You know, maybe a little bit of one-upsmanship, trying to say that anything you can do, I'll do better. Punk, though, controlling Bryan on the mat right now. Has that body, has the lock applied. Punk, Bryan able to escape it, turn around in it as well. Slam him down there with great strength. Side headlock now on Bryan, on Punk. Punk trapping the legs, trapping Bryan's head in between his legs. Bryan back to that side headlock, though. Both guys getting up to a vertical basis here. Bryan, though. Oh, nice Muay Thai. Knee in the face right there. That Thai clinch. Got him with it. Square as you like, and Bryan now exploding out of the gate here. There's one drop kick, and a huge run-up secures a second for Bryan. Such speed he possesses in that move. Punk just was not prepared for it at all. But he was prepared for that kick, countering his way out of that one. Hammerlock lariat incoming. Signature move of Punk right there. Definitely something that he can hit as early as this, as it is in this match, and leave an impact on your opponent. It's a big move for Punk to hit in this contest, no doubt about it. Bryan, though. Oh my God! Throwaway, double underhook suplex. Great power from Bryan as well being demonstrated. Nice uppercut there, Daniel Bryan. Sending Punk into the turnbuckle. Punk with a quick counter. Oh, kicked him right in the gut. You could hear the sound of that boot. And it did not sound that pleasant for Daniel Bryan. Punk now in control, keeping Bryan down on the mat here. Stomp, strikes, whatever he can think of. And Punk now trying to take the yes lock maybe away from Daniel Bryan. Stomping on the palm of Bryan, no less. Quick cover here. First one of the match, trying to put away Punk. Not going to happen. Not going to happen one bit. Very early one count. Look at how Punk, though, is able to just keep Bryan on the mat right now. Commentator's curse there. Bryan able to get back up to his feet finally. Nice arm drag. Went for the kick, just undersold it. Just missed it a little bit, and the second time, Punk was able to cover up. No way, Punk in again here. Another hammerlock lariat. Connected with it full force. Oh, look at this now by Punk. Very aggressive. I think both guys knew they were going to be going aggressive in this match, though. There's no doubt about it. Running elbow from Bryan. Down goes Punk. And Punk staggering up to his feet a little bit right now, but Bryan going to be the one to help him up there. Counter. And back. These two guys able to read each other so well. A thrilling contest already, and we haven't even seen a huge move struck. Bryan turning Punk around. Back suplex attempt landed by Punk. Bryan, though, able to stop him in his tracks. The speed of Bryan. And certainly you can see the yes movement out of full force here at Armageddon. Bryan going to go up high. Will this pan out the way that he expects it to? Bryan in. Flying headbutt. Got him with it. Flying goat connected. Cover by Bryan on Punk, who kicks at it too. Bryan. Calum mutilation? Yes, it will be. Calum mutilation by Bryan. He hasn't locked his palms together, though. That's a crucial element. He's got the arms locked in, but not the palms. That would have made it harder for Punk to escape the hold. And that's how Punk was able to get out of that one. Bryan essentially giving Punk a lifeline right there. Roll up now. No. Leads in. Oh, my. Double underhook DDT by Punk. Into the cover. Thinks he's put away Bryan, who kicks out that early. That's definitely a reminder that no, you Anaconda Vice! Anaconda Vice! Anaconda Vice by Punk on Bryan. But revealed too much, and Bryan with some hefty knees can escape that hold. That was great thinking by Punk there, though. Truly struck it out of the blue. And I think Bryan might have been thinking running knee there, but Punk able to get up on his feet just in time. Back suplex though by Bryan, and Punk goes right back down. Bryan now though, gonna look for it. No way that Punk can stop this unless he can move out of the way. Running knee! Will that end CM Punk? No! A kick at it too by Punk. Bryan though, he isn't done yet. It's like he knew he was going to kick out. Bryan in. Running elbow this time. Punk goes down, but he's trying to get up to his feet as quick as he can. This has been Bryan's match far more than it's been Punk's. I have to say, CM Punk's been struggling a little bit in this one. And you can see, look at how slow he is up to his feet. Dropkick attempt. Punk knew it was incoming. Able to counter his way out of it. Back suplex attempt. And he got it. Punk struck fast and struck well. And now, can the 5-time world champion bounce back here? Spinning kick in the gut. Bryan reeling a little bit as a result of it. Lovely drop kick there. 2 of them for his trouble. Bryan feeding in that punch. Punk caught it, swinging neck breaker. Punk gonna go to that top rope now. Punk gonna look for an elbow drop here. This has won him matches before. Can it help him win this one? Leaping elbow drop from CM Punk. Works over the arm of Daniel Bryan. Goes into the cover. Thinks he's done enough to secure a victory. So close. Not close enough. Kick out at 2. Kick out at 2. And Punk will try again. Again. Anaconda Vice on Bryan. A second one. Bryan, though, quicker than the first, was able to get out of it. Outstanding work from Bryan there. And in the face of CM Punk, the yes movement is riled up and ready to go. Punk, I think, got dazed following that Anaconda Vice. Bryan in now. Flips over Punk. Ducks the clothesline. Hits the elbow. And he is fired up. We have a fired up goat. Yeah. And now we have a fired up goat kicking a hell of a lot of kicks. Look at those strikes into the chest of Punk over and over again. One for good luck. Into the dome. Bryan going to look for the yes lock. Surely this will be the yes lock. Bryan going to apply it. Yes, he's got it. He's got it. Yes lock stitched in. Yes lock stitched in on Punk. Will Punk be forced to tap out at Armageddon? Trying to crawl to those ropes. Look at how far Bryan's yanking back on that hold. Yanking the neck of Punk back. But still, the 5-time champion escapes. I don't know how he did it, but he escapes. Punk in. Welcome to Chicago. And that has given Punk some breathing room in this one. Bryan down now as a result of it, but only briefly. Rolls out of the way. Roll up on Punk. Not going to happen. Punk in the ropes. Just hear that slap from Bryan there. Absolutely no respect in it. Just trying to rile up Punk. These two guys are going 100 miles an hour from start to finish here for the victory over one another. Bryan risking it all. Hurricanrana. Got him! Is that enough? Is that enough to put away Punk? No. Only a 2 count. Punk able to counter all up and over. And to the outside we go. Oh no. Punk, please. This is too risky. Bryan moved out of the way. Oh. That is a nasty landing for CM Punk, but he's right back in the ring and right back on top of this match right now. Side headlock to control Bryan. Bryan able to flip Punk out of it, but cannot recover. And that could be his downfall right now. Up high. Elbow drop again, maybe. Yes, it will. Punk exhausted. Can he capitalize here? Will he be able to capitalize is the other question. Elbows over and over again into Bryan's head. Is he thinking go to sleep? Is he thinking one more? He's thinking one more Anaconda Vice. For the dreams of victory. Middle of the ring. Bryan taps out. Bryan submits. And Punk wins. And he wins one outstanding contest as well. They gave it their all. They sacrificed everything necessary for victory. But when it came down to it, CM Punk had what Daniel Bryan just didn't on this evening. He had the bigger heart. And it is that heart that has led CM Punk to victory. Through a running knee and a yes lock. The GTS put out to past. Punk wanted to prove he was better through the submission wrestling. And he did just that. Tapping out. A master of submissions like Daniel Bryan is. Outstanding. And even though that was a top tier match, it has left me wanting more. I still could go for another 4 or 5 matches between these guys, and I wouldn't tire of it. What a contest. What a bout. And what a winner as well. Where does Punk go from this? I don't know. Bryan in the same breath. But the reality is, we all won in this. Seeing a match like that, we all got to win. And I stand by that. Nevertheless, it's time for the main event here at Armageddon. And what a main event it is. 2 absolute stars of Monday Night Raw collide with the world title on the line. This is what it's all about. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Sting. The Ace versus the Vigilante. To close out Raw's 2018. 2 outstanding athletes face one-on-one here. Who walks out with that World Heavyweight title? We are about to find out, but before we do that, let's see how these 2 outstanding athletes have come to meet at Armageddon. Samoa Joe, Adam Cole, Hiroshi Tanahashi. Triple threat match to determine the next #1 contender. Hiroshi Tanahashi will face Sting at the next Raw exclusive pay-per-view. Tanahashi the winner and relishes in it. Will this be the case at Armageddon? Will Tanahashi be the reason for Sting's retirement? Will it be the Ace who becomes the Vigilante? And oh, look at this! To stand face to face with the man he faces at Armageddon. What a sight this is to close out this episode of Raw. And Sting saying that he will end that streak of Tanahashi. He wants to look his challenger face to face and stare him down one more time before Armageddon. There is plenty to play for this Sunday. That world title between Vigilante and Ace. 2 aces meeting at Armageddon. Which one leaves with the gold? Alright, here we go. Strap ourselves in. This is going to be another outstanding contest. This is going to be the one that will make or break Armageddon, and it will absolutely make this event. Tanahashi versus Sting, are you kidding me? This is going to be something that we won't be forgetting for the longest time. The once-in-a-century talent against the World Heavyweight Champion. This is huge for Monday Night Raw. This could main event the WrestleMania probably, and still we'd want more coming out of it, but we might not get more, because if Sting loses here tonight, Tanahashi not only wins the world title, but Sting of course will retire. That is what he has said from the very start of this world title reign. From the very day after he won it, he said that when this ends, so too does his career. Will Tanahashi be the one to bring it to an end here tonight? I do wonder. I honestly do wonder if that will be the outcome. If Hiroshi Tanahashi, because honestly, these 2 guys are both undefeated when it comes to Monday Night Raw. The only time Sting has lost is at Survivor Series. Since his return. Tanahashi hasn't lost since coming to Monday Night Raw at all. One of these guys has to lose right now for this match to end. And I think there's a higher chance it'll be Sting, then it will be Tanahashi. And I'm not saying that because I like one guy more than the other. No. I'm saying it because in my mind, Tanahashi is heading to his absolute peak right now. Whereas when you have someone like Sting, and I don't want to real talk Sting, but when you have someone like Sting coming out and saying that this run will be his last, you know he's whittling down the days. You know he's realizing that his career is coming to an end. And when you have someone like that who realizes that their last day could be tomorrow and they are fine with that, compare that to someone like Tanahashi who never wants to quit, never wants to give in, and never has in his entire career, it makes one hell of a different outcome. It makes for an outcome where you have two different states of minds in that regard. Sting loves being the face of Monday Night Raw, but he is willing to give it up if he loses. Tanahashi wants to be the face of Monday Night Raw more than anything else. You can tell that, and he has that backing. That is what the ace is all about. And he hasn't reached that stature yet where he has a world title or even a title in this universe. So for that reason alone, I think this night is Sting's last. I think this will be Tanahashi's evening. What the hell? No way! No way! Roman Reigns! He's cashing in! Roman Reigns is cashing in! On the final pay-per-view for Monday Night Raw of the year! Roman Reigns, a year to the event when Jinder Mahal cashed in that briefcase. Roman Reigns is cashing his in. From beating Randy Orton to cashing in Money in the Bank. Is this going to be the evening that makes Roman Reigns a star? Could it be Roman Reigns to end this career of Sting in front of everyone? He is cashing in that briefcase. It's a triple threat match for the title. Tanahashi, Sting, and now Roman Reigns, the world title on the line. Oh my, this changes everything. This changes absolutely everything now. And Tanahashi in a fit of rage going after Reigns there. This was Tanahashi's time. And Sting has come in, and Roman Reigns has come in now and has taken it away from him. A triple threat match for the world title has begun to close out Armageddon. And everything has been flipped on its head. The briefcase has been cashed in. The matches go. And now, three men fight for the world title. The Ace, the Vigilante, and the Big Dog, the leader of the Roman Empire. And Tanahashi is in a fit of rage towards Reigns right now. There's no doubt about it. Sting getting counted in the corner by Tanahashi. The match we were supposed to get, we are getting right now. Albeit with a fairly unwelcome third party, but a guy who had that briefcase ready to cash in. It seems if in Reigns' eyes, if he won, that briefcase was getting cashed in, but is it the right time? Look at the brawl he had with Orton earlier this evening. He was busted open by the end of it. Is this the right hour for Roman Reigns to try and become the World Heavyweight Champion? He's in a ring against two guys who you need to be on your absolute best, 100% and then some to beat them. And I don't think Roman Reigns is even at 70% after that match against Orton earlier this evening. I know it was at the start of the evening. I know he's had time to recover, but that isn't enough. That simply isn't enough. Cover on Sting there, 2 count from Reigns. It is all to play for. Who pins who for the title? If Sting gets pinned here and he loses that title, does he still call it quits? I know he said the moment he loses the world title, but if, say, Roman Reigns pins Tanahashi, is it still the end of Sting's career? It's a bit of a flat note to go out on. Would that be the case, though, for Sting? I mean, I find it admirable that Sting wants to go out that way, but I don't know if I'd want to go out that way personally. Nevertheless, Sling Blade! Sling Blade by Tanahashi! Sling Blade from the Ace! Huge hit from Tanahashi. Superman clothesline from Sting and from Reigns, and Sting has got back in the ring now. The world champ looking to hold on to his crown. There's no doubt about it. Saito suplex, and down goes Reigns. Both men are down. Sting going up high. Who's he gonna hit? It'll be a missed elbow drop on Reigns. Look at the counters these guys are coming out with. Oh, big lariat to the back of the head. There's Superman punch. That was a Superman punch. And that could be the move that makes Roman Reigns the champion. No, kick out at 1. Wow, what an early kick out there from Sting. But it goes to show you just how on top of his game Sting really is, and how he can never ever give in. Oh, but this could... Is this the move that ends it? Is this it? Spear! What a counter! What a counter! Flung him away. And now, stun gun! Tanahashi hits the ring. Leaping clothesline there. And Sting is going to roll out to the apron. I thought he was going all the way there. No, Sting hanging on. Rolls out to that apron. And Tanahashi looking to go after him. Gets caught with a forearm in the face. Sting up high. Big time. Double axe handle. Gets caught with a punch right in the gut. Tanahashi going after Reigns again. God, this match has been so quick for all involved. They are speeding through everything they can. To the outside goes Roman Reigns. Tanahashi fired up. He's going after Reigns. There's a world champion down in the ring for you to pin. Mistake made there by Tanahashi. Maybe took too long. Kicked him in the gut. There's 2. And a kick at it too by Sting. He was about half a second away from Tanahashi being the new world champion and his career being over. Elbows right in the chest there. Another cover by Tanahashi, doing anything to be the champion. Saved there by Reigns. Fight still breaking out. Sling Blade again from Tana. Could the Ace go up high maybe? Yes, he is, with a trip to the top rope. Tanahashi! High fly flow! I think he got both of them. I think he hit Reigns and Sting. Who does he cover? He covers Sting for that world title. And oh my goodness, Sting kicked out at 1. He kicked out at 1, and he keeps on fighting. Running clothesline. Tanahashi goes down, and not only that, he goes to the outside. Returning to the outside, and Sting in the ring on Reigns. Tombstone! Tombstone, and he's calling Reigns to his feet. Has he got it in him? Has he got the time? Reigns able to stop him with a big headbutt. Belly to belly attempt, and he nails it. Sting goes down. God, all these guys are giving it their all to be the World Heavyweight Champion. They know only one can hold that crown, and they know that no one wants to give it in. Tanahashi, you should probably not be playing your guitar about now, because Roman Reigns is fired up. 2 clotheslines. Superman clothesline as well. Tanahashi going right back down. Great counter from the Ace, though. Puts Roman Reigns in the turnbuckle. Did you hear that chop from Tanahashi? That was something else. Kick in the gut, though. Tanahashi's entered the turnbuckle now. And Sting quietly pulling himself up to his feet. Behind them both as they fight on. Tana now pushing his way out of it. What a Samoan drop by Reigns. Tanahashi, though. Oh my goodness, that could have been a Scorpion Death Drop attempt. That could well have been a Scorpion Death Drop attempt that got denied. Reigns sending Sting over the top rope, but what for? It was a waste of time. Taunting in the ring when he could have hit a spear, and by now being the World Heavyweight Champion. A vital error made. Fighting back here is Sting. Bulldog on the outside. Tanahashi recovering on the other side of the outside, basically. And Roman Reigns back in the ring. Sting back in the ring. Tanahashi back in the ring. But lariated right back down by the Stinger. Sting holding his ribs there for a moment. But wait a minute. He sees a chance. And he's going to go for it. This time round. Scorpion Death Drop. Scorpion death drop to Reigns. Has he done it? Has he done it? Has he held on to the title? Covers Reigns. No, Reigns gets that shoulder up at the count of 2. It is not over. Back suplex, no. Atomic drop there by the Stinger. Tanahashi rolls out of the ring. And that leaves Reigns, who has still stayed down, in a deep amount of trouble. Trio of clotheslines. Sting in. Stinger splash to Reigns. But Reigns denying Sting. And a big clothesline sends the Stinger down as well. Reigns could be in here. Tanahashi still recovering on that outside. And that is not where he needs to be. Oh my god. Big German suplex and Sting goes down. And you see there, the Ace back up on his feet. Can he get himself back in this match as well? Tanahashi kicking the gut. Twist and shout. Twist and shout. Reigns up high. And a long way off target. Tanahashi, bow and arrow, I believe this one is. Look at the way that the back of Sting gets stretched. Reigns interrupting it though. And that means that the fight between these two guys continues on. So, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Styles clash. Rolls him over for the world title. No, Reigns kicking at it too. Tanahashi might have been thinking Texas Clover hold. Got an almighty hefty kick from Reigns there to deny him. And Tanahashi going to roll to the outside here. These two guys still giving it their all. Meanwhile, it's Reigns and Sting once more. Plenty of bad blood has been boiled between these two guys in this contest. There's no doubt about it. And they are countering each other. Spear! Spear! Spear by Reigns! And I think Sting's career just ended. Drags him away from the ropes. Cover on Sting. There's 1, 2. Tanahashi saves the day. Oh my god, but at what cost for himself? A trio of teardrop suplexes from Reigns. And the Ace is swung around like a rag doll. There's the 3rd. Reigns is standing tall right now. And Reigns is going to look to finish Tanahashi to become the world champ. Spear! Spear! But oh my god, Tanahashi right up to his feet. You are kidding me. How did the Ace just do that? Tanahashi does things that human beings just shouldn't be able to do. Face buster there though. And these two guys standing down in the ring again. Sting turns around Reigns. Scorpion death drop. Scorpion death drop one more time. With a downed Tanahashi. And a cover on Reigns. 1, 2. Sting does it. And the career of Sting lives to fight another day. Still the world heavyweight champion, the Stinger. What a match. That was insane. A triple threat win, no one gave in. Sting retains. And think about it. Still your world heavyweight champion, Sting. The Ace wasn't pinned. Roman Reigns fails to cash in Money in the Bank and is pinned in the process by this man. I thought tonight was the night it would end. Roman Reigns wanted to be the one to end it. But he failed. Still your world heavyweight champion, Sting. What an evening of action here at Armageddon. That ends it all. Thank you guys so much for watching. What a pay-per-view. And we'll see. No! No! It's the goddamn villain! Skull is back! And Skull is targeting... No! He's targeting Sting! Super kick to Sting! This can't be happening! Marty Skull planting Sting into the mat! Oh Oh my goodness, no! This can't be happening! This is not how we're closing at Armageddon! Marty's skill has returned! The villain's back on Monday Night Raw! And he's gone right for Sting! Oh my god.